everyone, it's Christina. I am back. But I don't like saying I am back because of what if I'm really not back? But anyways, I will do my best to be back. I just want to say thanks. There were several people who have sent me private messages, emails, asking, am I going to continue doing videos? I haven't seen a video from you in a long time, and am I well? And yes, I am very well. Thank you very much. I think when the world shut down, my husband and I decided to go places and go on day trips and go on adventures because we love being outdoors. So I would say for the last 5 months, we've been pretty busy, at home in our own yard. I really have been taking up bird watching lately. Totally loving that. Got myself a new little telescope and a bird feeder and several bird feeders and a water fountain thingy for the birds. And there's so many places here in British Columbia, or where we live in this shoe shop, to go and do day stuff. So busy with that, busy with work, and busy doing custom journals, and that takes up a lot of my time as well. But here I am. We're going to head on over to my craft table because I do want to show you the journals. I mean, I've got 6 months worth of journaling to show you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in them. I'll flip the pages pretty quickly, but I'm going to try and bring you up to date as much as I can. I think I'm going to do a separate video on things that I've been purchasing online and at the craft store and at the dollar store, because I've got this big, huge basket full of things that I haven't even opened because I want to show them to you first. And that's about it. So love you all, miss you all, and let's get started. All right, so the first journal that I'm going to flip through is January, February, March. And I know I have shown a little bit of this one already, so I'll flip through quickly. So that was the cover. And I always loved this layout, and I remember back in the day, can't remember what, I think these were just called rosettes, and I have a drawer full of the teal, pink, and white, and blue, black. Just love using them, but I don't know what to use them for because I just do journaling now. But it makes a really nice, just to sort of put it on the corner, and it's a nice way to turn your page. I always like to put stuff in my book about eating healthy. And look at my January. January's calendar was pretty full. Watch as I get through, put some of the other calendars in there, and they just become less and less. I haven't done this technique for a while, where you do Monday to Friday, and then at the bottom is your weekend. A good way, if there's not a lot of stuff going on in your week or in the month, then a quick way to journal what's been going on, and you don't have to write so much. I love this layout. I'm going to have to remember this. I think I did some painting in the background. I added some trim there. Put a doily in here, and then currently eating, reading, planning, binge watching. I got this tag here. I just really like this layout, and I think I'm going to incorporate it into my next journal. And sometimes I do pages and I don't really even, like this was I was supposed to journal on this, and I didn't even journal on it, but still looks pretty. And look at Indy here. I just love the picture of how Mark was holding her, and she was just like hanging there. And I like doing pages about some of the books that I'm reading, and I finally have finished the whole Outlander series. And then, I don't know where I found this background, but I printed it up, and it's a bookshelf with books, and then I just used my crayons and colored it in. And here, a bit of a coffee page. And this was fun to do. It looks like I inked the background. I stamped the background. There's music sheet paper here, a dream piece of ephemera, lots of, oh, and there's even thread there, just a fun background. Again, you don't know what to journal about, but you certainly can use scraps that are on your craft table. I think I took those from a paint store. And here, lots of stuff going on here. I love using scraps that are always, I mean, I've always got a dish full of stuff, right? And I just figure rather than throwing it out, I might as well try and use it on a page. And then look at February. I'm getting less and less. Lots of work going on. A little bit of painting here in the background. Save all those scraps of pretty paper because you can make journaling journaling tabs. Make them on your own, right? So I have a drawer. I have 3 drawerfuls of journaling tabs. Sometimes I forget I have them. I have to remember to use them on my pages. Now this here, let me see. This is a stencil on tracing paper. I like using onion skin paper or tracing paper for my journal pages. Onion paper, it can be kind of expensive, but tracing paper you can get at the dollar store and it's inexpensive. And then I think I did some water like stenciling in the background, but this here is a stencil that looks like this right here. I got these stencils years ago at paperwishes.com, and I got the journaling stencil, the pockets and tags, and just tags. And this one here is from the journaling one, and it looks like that. And I just laid it down and then used my pencil, wrote around it, and then just erased the pencil marks afterwards. And you know what? Because I bought this years ago, like 10 years ago, and I went to paperwishes.com, and I can't find these anymore. But there is one like this, and I'll see if I can insert a photo here of one that's similar to this, but not exactly the same. It's only like $5 in the US and just under $8 in Canadian funds. So if you're interested in that, I'll see if I can leave a link. There was Valentine's, another layout here. And see this here, this is just a punch, I don't know what flower punch. And I like that, just for decoration behind a tag. You just punch out any decorated paper you have and just put it in the background. So I love this punch, and a great way to decorate behind tags on a page. And look at this, I brought out, this was homemade washi tape that I made. And you know what, I forget how I made it, but I know I did a video on that, so I'm going to have to check out my video. But I did find a couple more, and these were Christmas. So I know this is homemade. I forget how I did it, but I guess I'm going to have to go watch that video again and make some more. And I remember when I did a video and I showed this die that I bought by Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's called the Planner Essential Dies. This is a fun one to use in the background there. And look at, there's March. Uh-oh, things got a little weird in the world. Yep, not much going on there. But I love this page that I did on Indie. So this is a cat die, and then there's some shoes. And what Indie does is she's always looking down at your feet, and she's walking with your feet, or she's chasing your feet, because she wants your feet to go to her food bowl or up to the kitchen where the food is. And she loves going, and her treats and potato chips are in the pantry, and so she follows your feet, and if you don't go in the direction she wants you to go, she swats at your feet, and it's quite funny. And every time she swats my feet, I still like scream, and I'm like, ah! And here's a little coffee page again. Those are always fun to do. And here I use that film strip die again. Love this paper. This was newsprint paper sold by Stampin' Up! Years ago, and I have been hoarding it. I only have a couple of papers, 12 by 12 papers left. I wish they would make it again. Like, I don't know why a company makes something and then just discontinues it. I mean, it was fabulous. But anyhow, what can you do? And here's a page I did. I like this quote. I don't know who said this, but when I'm expressing myself in my journal, I feel drunk with color and material. And then here I did a tag, little fat piece of fabric up there. And I think we're at the end. All right, so there we go. January, February, March. We'll head in now into April, May, June, July. So I did, 4 months in one book. And here we are at April. Serendipity. I love that word, serendipity. Finding something good without looking for it. And look at this. See, I got to show you how I did that. Okay, so I took old book pages, and then I would have cut this into strips. I'm just going to get rid of the white part. And then how did I do it? Forget how I did it. Then I would have, no, let's try it this way. Then I just folded it up. Forget what this is called. How come I'm forgetting everything? Just like that. All right, so I made a whole bunch of them. Then I took this to my sewing machine and then started sewing all the way down. Put the second one on, continued sewing down right in the middle, and then would attach another one and kept sewing down. And I would just keep attaching them, and eventually I got a whole roll of this paper. I don't know what you would call this. I'm not sure what the name I'm not sure what the name is, but I've got a whole bunch now, and they make really good journal tabs. And then you can just attach them to a page. You can add fabric to them, you can add thread to them, you can add whatever you want, and it's really a nice decoration. And there's my whole roll, and when this runs out, I'll make another one. So super simple. Here I was doing some baking back in March and April. My favorite cookies, peanut butter cookies and date squares. And here, when we couldn't go to the hairdresser, I had colored my own hair. Random thoughts. Just a layout here. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Again, there's always bits and pieces on the craft table, so you just use them up, stick them on your page. Look at Indy here, sitting in a box. What cat doesn't like to go and sit in a box? And this is a tip out. You know, you can do a tip in, and this is a tip out. I had to do a page here remembering George Floyd. It was incredibly sad day when I saw this on the news. And yay, I was finally able to go to the hairdresser. I must be celebrating my son's birthday here. And I thought, sometimes I miss doing sort of a vintage look or a vintage theme. I bring out my inks and find vintage images, ink up my tags, which I decided to do a whole whack of tags. I coffee stained them all and did even a little bit of like cinnamon on them. They have this wonderful cinnamon coffee smell. I always like to have lots of those in my stash. Got myself a new bird feeder. And it looks like we had a lot of birthdays in July, so we just went out with friends and family and celebrated all the birthdays. Another layout. Be wild and free. That's me. I'm a bit of a rebel. And here, quote of the day. She said, "Oh, how they love a powerful woman with a voice that speaks up for what she believes in until they feel she believes in something different than them." I don't know who wrote that, but absolutely love it. And we're getting towards the end of this book. I had to do a page on Seniors Matter because somebody needs to advocate for the seniors, and they were not being treated well at all. And they still aren't. And here we are at the end, July 1st, Canada Day. So again, everything is shut down. You couldn't go anywhere and do anything. So we had Canada Day festivities at home. All right, so there are my 2 journals for January, February, March, and April, May, June, and July. And then the next one, another video I am going to show you is, so this would be July. So this is July. No, this is August, September, October. Yeah, August, September, and October. So I'm all done. So I will do another video. Love this one. That was fun. And then in my next video, I'll also show what I've got prepared for the rest of October, my journal for the rest of October and November. Anyhow, ciao everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Miss you all. I have been buying a little bit of stuff, so maybe I'll show that just do one video on what I bought lately. Maybe I should do that. Okay, ciao, bye. Thanks for watching.